person negotiate salary? How did they negotiate their value in this career field? The reason why this how this got birth, I remember specifically in our community, I had some friends who were in positions of leadership and hiring, and one of the things that was often communicated was, hey, you know, African background. One of the things that they have observed was in that hire, that wasn't a part of the culture that we pass on. That we communicate. This is for everyone. This is not just for African Americans. This is for whoever wants to engage this. How do we talk about negotiations for your particular business, but for just in general? What are some good principles we go through?
Oh, perfect. Okay, well, and this kind of goes back. I kind of need to go back to your previous question so I can answer this because the experience is one thing, but when you have an experience, you don't have credentials. Okay, credentials is some way of someone quantifying, in a sort of speaking, being able to say that you actually know what you know. So when you run a business, you constantly have to collect the information to basically say, yes, I did this. And yes, I know what I'm talking about. So just because you run a business, if no one knows that you are successful financially, then it doesn't mean anything just because you ran a business. So you need to be able to document your success so that people know that you know what you know. Okay, so one way of doing that is through taxes. As you do your business and you file taxes, then as you file taxes, it shows that you made a profit, and that is an official document that says that you made money. Okay, but in addition to that, there are certain parts of the business world where you can get what they call credentials. It's sort of like having a degree. And a degree is a type of credential, but you can also get certified in certain things. So as an accountant, you can become an enrolled agent with the IRS, which says that you are an expert in taxes. If you do inventory for a manufacturing company, you can get what they called a Six Sigma certification, which means that you know about logistics and how to move things from manufacturing to distribution to the actual general public. So there are certifications that you can get outside of just getting degrees that can help with your value. Now, going to get back to your real question, how do you negotiate your value? The more knowledge you have in terms of certification and degrees, along with your practical experience of running a business, when you put those things together, that's what really adds up to your value. And what I would tell you to do is always keep. You may want to keep your resume out on websites like LinkedIn, where people are looking to hire people, because what you want to do is periodically you want to test the market to see what they're willing to give for your services. So by keeping yourself out on the open market so that people can hire you, then you'll start seeing what people are willing to pay you for your knowledge. And not only that, that also puts pressure on the people you work for, because at the end of the day, if they're not offering you what your value is worth, there's always somebody who's willing to pay you more somewhere else. Now, I'm not a fan of jumping around from business to business, but when you find your value for what you think you're worth, and tie that to your purpose, then you may find that place where you need to stick. You need to stay in a particular place. And I'll leave you with one other thought on this. So in some areas, you may not be able to get the same amount of money. So an executive director in Orangeburg, in comparison to the executive director in Atlanta, there's going to be a huge difference in the type of money that a person can make. So why would you stay in Orangeburg versus going to Atlanta? It may be because life has given you a purpose and reasons for you to be in Orangeburg. So there's not enough money per se. For me, there's not enough money in Atlanta necessarily to make me want to move there. They would have to pay me a whole lot of money to make me want to leave Orangeburg, because I have purpose here. So my passion and purpose also has a value, and that's the reason why it would cost them more to get me away from here. So you basically determine your value based upon what you want, and then you see who's willing to pay you what you're worth.